Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is ChimereNicole. Today we're going to be talking about becoming that woman, becoming her, stepping into your glow up season, stepping into your transformation era. So if you're wondering how you can fully unlock your fullest potential and truly live a purpose-driven life, this video is for you. So make sure you grab a pen, a piece of paper, maybe even some coffee, and we're going to jump right into today's video. Okay guys, so we are back, and today I want to talk to you guys about transformation and coming to that point in your life when you realize that you want to become better. You know that you have the potential of being more than what you currently are, whether that's in your career, in your business, in your personal life, all of the above. You come to a point where you're just kind of like, I don't want to settle, and I know that there is something greater for me. So a lot of times you might watch YouTube videos and you might see things like becoming her, or living your best life, or becoming the woman of your dreams, the glow up era, all of the above. Either way, there comes a point in your life where you realize that it's time for me to do better. Like, I know better, let's do better. So today we're going to talk about some of my tips and some of the things that I've used in my personal journey to become that woman that I always dreamed of and to truly live in my fullest potential. So let's jump into tip number one. So this first tip is something that I advocate for and I scream from the rooftops. If you watch any of my previous videos, you will hear me talk about it all of the time. But my first tip is to always be self-aware and to be self-reflective. I truly stand on this. Like, I think for me, this is one of the things that really helped me along my journey. Being able to kind of self-assess and to really take a hard, strong, to take a really difficult look in the mirror and to self-reflect. And when I say this, I mean self-reflect on where you currently are, and even sometimes self-reflecting on some of the decisions that we've made thus far to get us up to this point. And so with that self-reflection, again, it's just about being aware, because you really can't change unless you kind of assess where you are right now and where you want to be. So with that, again, I like to self-reflect a lot of times on, again, some of the decisions and the choices that I've made to get me to a certain result. And even if that result is favorable or if it's not favorable, it just helps me to be aware so that I can start to implement certain changes in my life. Some of the ways that I like to do this is by spending a lot of time by myself. I do have another channel here, and it is my blog channel, ChimereNicole TV, and you will see on that channel that I started to do a lot of solo things. That might include solo travel, solo dinner, solo lunch, solo date nights, all of those things. And I realized that doing these things allowed me to, again, self-reflect, but it allowed me to really spend time with myself, to get to know myself on a deeper level without a lot of distraction and a lot of noise, and not really taking in too many opinions and too many words of advice. Sometimes I really just feel, with me being self-reflective, I really have to listen to myself. Another way of doing this is I like to journal. So I like to write into gratitude journals. I like to journal out my day, how I'm feeling, why I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling. And again, I like to practice gratitude. Again, it helps me to be self-reflective of the things that are going on around me, the things that are happening in my life, what I want to change, what I want to implement. And for me, writing those things down has helped me a lot in being self-aware and being reflective. And also, one of the things that journaling has helped me with is allowed me to assess my strengths and my weaknesses. Again, this is all a part about being self-reflective, being honest with yourself. If you know that you are weak in the area of, distractions, whether that's scrolling on social media for a few hours, or you know that your strength is being able to talk to people and to really influence people, then those are the things that you want to write down when you're doing your journaling and you're doing your gratitude journals, or you're just meditating. So by focusing on those strengths and those weaknesses, it allows you to not only strengthen those weaknesses, but it also helps you to build upon those strengths. So tip number 2 is to set realistic and meaningful goals. Now, what do I mean by this? Now, we like to set goals of something along the lines of, I want to be a millionaire, or I want to lose 20 pounds, or I want 6-pack abs, something along those lines. I'm not saying that those are not realistic goals or they're not meaningful goals, but I really want you to focus in on those goals and make them a little more practical for your situation. So I'm actually going to use one of my goals as an example to help you kind of understand what I'm personally doing to be able to target those goals. So I just recently found out that I'm anemic, and I know that in order for me to change my iron levels, I have to ingest more leafy greens. I also have to ingest foods that are rich in iron sources to help with my anemia, right? Now, one of the goals, of course, in that is, the goal is to eat a healthy, well-balanced diet, right? Sounds realistic and it sounds attainable, right? But me just saying to eat a balanced diet is not going to be enough to get me to where I need to be. When I say create a realistic goal, what I mean by that is, in the example that I just gave you, it will be something along the lines of, Chimere, Monday through Wednesday, I need you to eat 2 meals each day that are centered around dark leafy greens. That is the goal. Now, that sounds a little more attainable than eat a well-balanced diet, right? It's very specific to my end goal, which is to increase my iron level so that I'm not anemic. So when I say realistic, I really want you to get specific about what it is that you are trying to change. And as it relates to our transformation challenge might be something along the lines of, I really want to focus on my mental health. How would you do that? You would focus on your mental health by figuring out what you are currently ingesting every day. What I mean by ingesting is, what are you watching? What are you listening to? Do these things aid in helping to improve your mental health? Or do these things currently aid in what you are currently feeling that makes you feel that you need to change your mental health? You see where I'm going with this? So make sure that the goals that you are setting are realistic, they are attainable, and of course, when you set smaller goals, those small goals add up to larger goals, and that is how you get to your end result. So before we get into the next tip, if this is helping you in any way, make sure you thumbs up this video. Of course, it helps the channel and it lets me know that this is informative for you guys. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Because, you know, you guys want to see this face. Okay, guys, so on to the next tip. Step number 3 is to embrace continual learning. One of the things that I have been doing over the last few weeks is I have been really challenging myself to read more books. Now, again, if you guys are new here and at the time of this recording, I recently just graduated college. So at this very second, I'm not in the mood to read. I'm a little bit tired. However, I am challenging myself to read things that I not only enjoy, but things that are going to help me along this journey that I am currently taking. So I do have a few books that I would like to recommend, and I am going to see if I can pop these books on your screen, but I will be having them listed below in the video description, so make sure you guys check that out as well. So the first book I want to recommend to you guys is called Atomic Habits. This has really changed how I do my day-to-day things, how I prioritize certain things. This is one of those challenges where you create small realistic goals to get you to your end goal, and I really believe that Atomic Habits has really helped me to change my mindset around creating daily habits. The second book that I just started this book, so I don't want to necessarily recommend it, but I do want to put it in your ear. This is the book here. This book is about how we view success, and again, I have just started this book. I'm only on chapter 2, but so far it has really changed my thinking on what success means and how you can obtain success. The last book that I want to recommend or talk to you guys about, I have read actually 2 times, and every time I read it, I get something new and something that really just excites me and really helps me to refocus. And this book is called How to Live a Purpose-Driven Life. This book has completely changed my life. I would recommend this. I was screaming from the rooftops. This book is really awesome. This book is a Christian-based book, but I believe that the overall book is going to help everyone, no matter what religion you are. If you don't believe in any religion, this book is a book that I believe is really like a game changer. So it really helps you to change your perspective. It helps you change your perspective on what you would like to get out of life, and it just really helps you to, again, prioritize the things that are important to you and to get you to the point where you really want to change the way you do everything. So highly recommend these 3 books. Again, I will have them listed in the video description, so make sure you guys check those out as well. Tip number 4 would be to really focus on your mindset. Cultivate a positive mindset. Now again, we talked about gratitude and practicing gratitude with journaling and possibly meditating. But what you think and what you say really does affect your mood. It affects the things that you do. It affects your work. It affects your relationships. So by cultivating a positive mindset, it really allows you to live, as I said, a purpose-driven life. And then you will realize that the people that you are around, you're able to influence in a positive way. And it may not be with what you say, it might just even be your presence. Because you're a positive person, what is in you is going to come out and is going to exude positivity and confidence and all of those things. So I really want you to focus on, again, the things that you ingest on a daily basis. Whether that is what you're reading, what you're listening to, what you're ingesting on social media. I'm a really large proponent of that, because we scroll all day, and we don't realize that depending on what we're scrolling past, all of those images are being implanted into our mind. So I really want you to kind of do like a social media detox and kind of go through your social media feeds really quickly, and anything that you are seeing that is not positive, that is not getting you to, that is not helping you along your transformation challenge, anything that triggers you in a negative way, I would really recommend that you either unfollow or you restrict. I would say unfollow, block. Block them, sis. Block them, sis. I would say to definitely unblock it, so that you can really focus on changing your mindset and cultivating a positive mindset while you're on this journey. So tip number 6 is something that I highly recommend. This is something that I have done, and it's something that I continue to do. And every time I do this, I realize that it just really helps me to live the life that I want to live. And that is stepping out of your comfort zone. That might mean trying new restaurants. For me, that's a big deal for me, because I am a very particular person when it comes to my food. And if my food is nasty, I feel away, okay? So trying new foods for me is like a thing. Like, it's really like a thing. And I know a lot of people are like foodies and stuff, but really, like, trying new foods and stepping out of my comfort zone with that is really a challenge for me. But I'm doing really well, and I'm realizing that I am liking a lot of different cuisines that I thought I would never even try. So stepping out of your comfort zone is definitely going to allow you to kind of transform your life and really become that person that you really dream of being, because you are not staying in your old ways. You are doing things that you enjoy. You're meeting new people. You're going to different locations, and it just allows those doors of opportunity to open for you. So highly recommend that you step out of your comfort zone, and remembering that growth, especially personal growth, lies within the comfort zone. If you stay stagnant and you stay comfortable, you are not going to change. And the only way to change and become that girl, become that woman that you want to be, is you have to get out of the comfort zone. You have to break those chains that are holding you bondage, honey. We got to try new things. We got to get the moving. We got to get the shaking. And my last tip is going to be to practice compassion, especially self-compassion, and also to celebrate progress. Truly celebrate progress. As I said to you guys earlier, I have a thing about eating certain foods and different cuisines, and for me, celebrating trying a new restaurant is so thrilling for me right now. Especially, like I said, I have been doing a little bit of travel, and I tried a new restaurant, and I was so excited that I tried something on your menu that I liked. Now I know it sounds funny, and I know it might sound even sometimes a little bit juvenile. However, for me, that is celebrating a small victory, because I'm telling you, it's almost like a phobia that I had of trying new foods, just thinking either I was going to be sick, or that I wasn't going to like it, or I was going to waste my money. Like, all of those things, it became a crutch. And me stepping out of my comfort zone and trying new things, I really had to celebrate that, because again, this is all a part of transforming myself into also becoming the person that I want to become and living the lifestyle that I want to live. So celebrating those small victories are going to help you along this transformation journey, this glow up journey. And even if you are celebrating by way of, journaling, or you're celebrating by my personal favorite, buying something new, you got to do a little shopping, honey. That's how you celebrate. So whether you celebrate by, spending time with friends, doing something new, shopping, whatever it is, make sure that you take the time and to really meditate and to really self-reflect on the progress that you're making, because this is not an easy thing. If it was easy, everybody would do it. So you really have to celebrate all of the progress that you're making, because that is what is going to keep you excited and wanting to really continue on with this glow up transformation challenge. So that's it, guys. Those are my 7 tips on becoming her in your glow up season, in your transformation journey. By implementing some of these steps, whether you take one of the steps that really spoke to you or you take all 7, I hope that these things are able to help you along your transformation journey to becoming the woman that you want to become. So again, I thank you guys so much for sticking with me to the end of this video. If this video was helpful for you guys, don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And until our next video, guys, I hope you guys have a blessed day.